I go back and click prelim draw again, you'll get a completely different output for the prelim draw. So we go back and we print out our prelim draw sheets as I showed you for the trial, and we hand those and post those. And then we'll go out and print our prelim judges sheets. And these are printed again in running order, and Judge 1 and Judge 2, as you can see, we don't have Judge 2 on Afghans. And here we're getting into Whip It Open. And you can see the judges' names already filled out, what stake and course they're judging, what breed, and it's open prelim, of course. So we'll go through and we can see all the different judges' sheets. Oh, now we're into stake B. And now you can see, now we're into Whip It Specials. And that is Whip It Veteran. So we'll close that. And the judges have their sheets, the Huntmaster has his sheets, and they're posted. So as judges' sheets are coming in and trial judging is going on, we'll go ahead and fill in some scores. We only have one judge for Afghan Open, so we'll just put 35, 35, and 35 on down. And now that the judging for Afghan Open is finished, it's going to ask us if we want to do the final draw for Afghan Open. We say yes, and pull up the score sheets, yes. So here are the score sheets, and we'll post those so everybody knows their blanket colors for finals and their scores. And you can see everything here is filled out. And after we've done the final draw, we'll go through and fill in all of the, now we'll just do some whippets real quick. I'm not going to be very creative with scoring. So everybody tied for the prelims. And we'll go do 35s all the way up. And when we get to that last dog, it's going to ask us if we want to do the final draw for Whip It Open A, and we say yes, and we'll pull up the score sheets to print and post those. So there you go. There are all the draws done for that. Again, random, but also taking into consideration separations. And then once we get all of our scores input, we can sort for the final blanket colors. So as the courses are run and sheets are coming in, we can just go down and fill those out, yellow, pink, and blue, nice and organized. So we'll do the Afghan Open and we'll score those. So let's see, 31, 32, 33, 34, and 35. So we have clear winners on that. Assign placements and runoffs for Afghan Hunt Open, yes. Pull up score sheets for Afghan Hunt Open, yes. And that will show us the placements and the final scores for all the dogs. Oh, by the way, let me show you the final draw sheets and the final judges sheets. We did the Whip It one, so we'll mostly concentrate on that without scoring it. But all the dogs that have been drawn for a final course will print up. And if we'd gone through and had done, like, you know, Whip It Open B and Whip It Specials, then those would show up as well. But right now, considering we only have a few draws done, it'll just show the Whip It Open A. As you can see, those are all finished. I can show you better final draw sheets if I go to another trial, such as the Terra one, which is completely finished. See, you got all your correct running order, all of your dogs drawn. And I'll show you some finals judges sheets as well. And again, in the correct running order with all the dogs drawn. And if a dog in the middle of trial scoring, let's go back to Barrel Hound, if they're dismissed, let's say that Basenji didn't behave, we could say he was dismissed. And it's going to ask us to do the final draw even though it doesn't matter, because that dog was dismissed. But it won't count those in for the final draw, and if a dog gets pulled, you can check this little pulled box and they won't be included in the final draw. But let's go back to Afghans real quick, and let's say one of these dogs tied on 2-3, so we'll put this guy up to 34, and it's going to ask us to do the runoff again, and we'll say yes, and we'll pull up the score sheets. And this time, you'll see that the dogs that placed, but then we also have a runoff over here, with what they're running off for and their course and blanket color. So going back, I'll do a quick whip it open for you real quick. Let's see, 35, just to make it nice and clear. As you can see, the total, oh, I put that in too high. That's telling me I did. More 35s. And we're going to put 30s in this column. When we get up towards the end, we'll put some clear winners in. Let's say 31, 32, 33. And we finished that last dog. Assign placements for runoffs in Whip It Open A. We say yes. Do not pull up score sheets. Well, that was a bad example. I put too many ties in there. So we'll go back to, and we'll put, I don't want it to ask me twice. We'll do this to 26, 27, and 28. And I'll show you some score sheets with some appropriate placements. There's 1, 2, there we go. Should have some better numbers on this